We've used some open arts objects resources before in class. For example, when we were looking at an incense burner in a painting, we looked at its journey and how it informed sort of the global aspect of the painting.
We hadn't seen it before, and it was really interesting looking at its evolution from different cultures.
I think it made us think deeply about the object and also about the painting itself and just how the presence of that object and its history informed the rest of the painting.
It's actually even used in my culture, so I wasn't surprised when I saw it.
It was used in the Islamic world to burn incense, and also in Europe it was used as like a decorative piece and collectors would normally have it.
I feel like the purpose of the incense burner hasn't changed because it's still widely used today, which is really significant.
One thing that really surprised me that I learned today was just how little power Italy really held during the time of the Renaissance, because we're all taught that it's this massive world power and no one could ever top it or defeat it, but actually there was other empires that were far more powerful than Italy was at the time.
They always kind of hint at like a more global importance for the individual objects or paintings or works of art.
Today I learned, which surprised me, was that a lot of Renaissance religious portraiture or subjects included contemporary objects and things from around the world, where I thought that previously it may have been just biblical subjects.
I think it's quite useful listening to one person, so for example in a video give their opinion on an object, because it means that you get quite a consistent narrative as opposed to reading a book which is often more sort of dense.
The passion, interest really comes through, I'd say.
I use the open arts objects to just find out about a range of different styles of works that I've really not had any experience with before, and just to find out a lot more about art history.
I've also used them for homework to learn about definitions for more difficult art historical terms, and I think it's quite good for giving you a more structured way of looking at a piece of art. I often find it hard to figure out how to approach a certain piece, and this lesson's really helped with figuring out how to talk about composition and then into the history of a certain piece.
I personally use them in preparation for university interviews, so I could, find out about lots of other objects perhaps I'd never really seen before.
It's a really good way to learn about a new object or a new concept or period that you hadn't known about before.